Hello there, my friend. I hear you want to contribute in Hacktoberfest, but not just for t-shirt, but to contribute in open source in a legitimate way. So let's get started. What do you need to do? All you need to do is go in this website called hacktoberfest.com. That's all you need to do, and just click on registration is now open, and you can contribute till 38th, I believe 38th of this month, which is October, because like it's the name resonates, right? So now let's get into it. So what you actually need to do is, first, once you register, so I have already registered and I have made a contribution as well. So if you will go here, and like it says like it is waiting, so in 7 days they review, and like I can click here to view on GitHub, but I'll show you in action how you can contribute. So you go in participations, like it's you go on GitHub, you click on this link. So I'll open this link here. So it's just GitHub is a open source like repository for many projects, and we have GitLab as well, so you can contribute on GitLab as well, but GitHub has a lot of code repositories. So what we will do is, just we will go to look up for topics, just go on GitHub. You will also need to create an account on GitHub, and you don't need to know how to code, or you don't need to be an expert. You just need to know the basic, how these things work, what and how you can do with here. So I have come to GitHub, and you can see like there are like 116,000 public repositories in here, which is great and crazy. So free code camp is the top one, so they have lot of, you can contribute in here as well. So if you go here, but I'll show you another project. It will be great if you contribute to project which you personally use. In my case it is, so these are the curated list and Axios. It's a very popular HTTP library for Node.js and browser, and this is Material UI. They are also looking for contributors. And here we have this Java design patterns. If you are interested in Java, you can, and a storybook as well, and Hugo as well. So you can see all these stuff, Chart.js as well. So these will be bit difficult for you if you are a beginner to contribute it in. It's for me as well, like it's not that easy. So you click on load more, you will see like Tauri is here, Grafana is here. These are very big and popular projects used by millions of companies. Alright, so I'll show you this. There is this Hopscotch. These are great projects. Scrappy, Local Stack. You can even contribute in Git, the software itself as well. And I was going to show you this TLDR pages. So I'll open this, and you come to this repo, and you just create an account on GitHub. It's pretty simple, and you go in this issues tab. This is where like you need to do things. It can also be in discussions tab as well, so just keep that in mind. Go in issues, and here you see like this is this tag, so you can go on this label and look up for good first issues, no matter what the repository is. Even if I go to like CDK AWS repository, they'll show good first issue, right? And we are not going to spam, we are not just going to do anything like that. To briefly give you about the project, what is like, if you go to the home page and I click on their link, this is tldr.sh. so I have this installed. Like you can use npm to install it as well, but I have installed it with the Pacman package manager. So if I do tldr, you see it pops up. So this is the tool which I am contributing, and I use this tool heavily. Okay. So if I do tldr cp, so it will show me what are the things which you can do with the cp. Cp is the copy command, copy file to another location, you see. So you can create all these. So they have a list here, a huge list of all the commands. So if I do tldr fmpeg, so fmpeg is like a huge tool which is used for converting video and stuff, in transcoding videos. You can like see how you can scale, how you can convert to mp4 to audio. So it's a great tool, right? So how you can contribute, and it will be so awesome if like, see, if you added something and you are using and lot of other people sees it, how great it is. All right, so it's like you might get a t-shirt as well, but we are not looking for that, are we? I don't have Hacktober t-shirt. It will be great to get one. Okay, DigitalOcean, send me one. Okay, cool. All right, so this is, we know what the project does is pretty simple. So now let's look up for some issue which we can work on. So I'll go here in AWS. I use AWS a lot. You don't have to be an expert on it. I'll show you step by step how you can do this. All right guys, so as you can see, there are a lot of services listed in here, but we got to find what is easiest for you to learn, or you already know, or you might know. So I am going to pick something like this is checked, which means it's done. Okay, so let's see, the easiest service is AB. Yeah, so there we go. So we have this Lightsail. So what is Lightsail? If you go to LIGST Lightsail. Okay, so this is AWS's EC2, like mini EC2, you can say. Like they give you free trial of 3 months, and you can host anything you want, whether it's a PHP site, whether it's a Node.js or anything like that, whether it's in Docker. So yeah, so you can get started for free. I already have the account, so I'll just sign in. As you can see guys, I am in, I have signed in. You don't need to see my credentials, and you can see like Lightsail, I am using it here. So there are a lot of easy services or anything. If you want to contribute in Azure, you can do that as well. So I'll just search for Lightsail in here, and I'll go in this, and I'll give you a brief demo like how this looks. So you can see I have this instances running. But instead of using GUI, many people like using APIs because it gives you a lot of control. And let's suppose you want to make this instance 10 times, you can just put a for loop in the bash and just run it. Okay, so right now, like I did not even have to sign in. I could just do like AWS Lightsail get instances, and you see it gives me all the stuff. This is analytics main, and it's the same thing, and how much RAM it has. So it will like press D on your keyboard, you can see the docs, but it is showing. So it is running Ubuntu, and what is the SSH key name, and where is the like what are the ports which are open, and where is RAM. So this is the bundle ID is micro. I think from this they are fetching some other details. So size in GB, so IO input outputs per second, and yeah, GB per month, like monthly transfer. So all these details which you can see here as well. So same, all these IP addresses and stuff. Okay, so what we gotta do is here, like we just need to see AWS write CLI reference. Okay, you enter this, so you get this. There are 2 versions, so but we will be using v2. Okay, so now you see like all these, like how you can use this thing. So tldr, if I do AWS, so this is the format, so the official CLI tool. So let's get started. So what we will be doing is you just need to go to the home page of this, like click on tldr, and you need to fork this thing. So you can do one more thing as well, but all you do is just fork this. I already have a fork. You click on this, it will be forked, right? It's pretty simple. Your branch in sync fork, so I'll just sync. You could have forked it again, but why to do that? All right, so this is it, and I will press just dot in here, so it will open, or you can just simply add dev in here. Okay, it will open VS Code here in here, so you don't need to clone or do anything, you just need to fork. Okay, so here you see this branch, so it is a good practice to like create a new branch. So create a new branch, and I'll put the name feature AWS what was it, it was a Lightsail. Okay, Lightsail. I hit enter, so it will just ask me if I can switch the branch, which I will do right here. So you can see I have this thing in here, and wherever you are contributing, go in here and you just go in this. There will be a file called contributing.markdown. So here you see what are the guidelines. So try to keep the pages like 5 examples or no longer or shorter when appropriate, but don't exceed 8 examples. Okay, and the thing is we use this markdown format. So this is the first comment, and this is like command name. You do this hash and you like put some of the description, like short snappy description, and like you can put it into like more information in here. So we will be just copy pasting lot of stuff, but we need to use our brain a little bit. So available services, so you can just do Control F and say Lightsail. Okay, and go here. That's it, pretty simple. So what we will do is like you can copy this thing. So see, like I'll just copy this and I'll open, like here there are translations as well. So if I go in Hindi, which is the only language which I know in here, so where is HI, this is Hindi, so this is common, and let's say like cat, it's just prints output, and you can read like फाइलें को print or संक्षिप्त, like whatever it is. So yeah, you see, like you can work as a translator in here as well, and it is a good contribution for your country and language is spoken by your people. Okay, and that's great. So we are not going to contribute in translation, so you just go in this pages thing, and here we will go in common if it is just for like OS X or like Windows or Linux, but we are common. So AWS CLI has a unified API. Okay, and you see, like you find AWS S3 and all that stuff is here. We create a new file, we type the name AWS, and its name is, first is the command, then other we have sub command is Lightsail. So LIGSTSAIL. Okay, this is the command, AWS Lightsail.md. So this is the markdown file, and press F2 and you can rename this thing. Okay, there we go, and I'll paste it. So this is the command name. So as if you go in like AWS Lambda, this is how they have written. It's pretty simple. So just put this name, and we will do it like AWS Lightsail. This is the command. Okay, short snappy description. So what they have written is CLI for Lightsail. We will do the same. So we will make it CLI for Lightsail, and in the second description, like they have just written more information like this link, and you can manage Lightsail resources using the Lightsail. So I'll just I'm trying to copy this thing. You can manage using the CLI. Okay, more information, and we will just copy this link and we will paste it. So now we will give what are the sub commands of it. Like it's not just AWS Lightsail. AWS Lightsail get instances. Okay, so it will list us. So get instances, get instances. Okay, click here, you will find the command. So instance, it's get instance, it was get instances, here it is. Okay, don't get confused with S. Okay, so return the information about all Amazon Lightsail virtual private services, or so you can just copy this thing, or write your own description, like whatever you prefer. So I'll put this here. So example description, this is how you do it. So I put this list all the I will just list all Amazon Lightsail virtual private servers or and I'll paste the command here, which was this thing. Okay, I'll save this file. So and I can do this Control Shift V and it will preview us. Okay, so AWS Lightsail and stuff like that. And if you have to like pass some values like variables, you make it in this way. So we got the instance, like let's now try to create an instance. So if we go back and we look up for create instance, don't we have create? Yes, we do. So there are a lot of commands in here. So if I do create and highlight all, so create domain, create instance. Okay, and we have all these options. So I'll just try to run this command in here. So AWS Lightsail create instance. Okay, so and I need to do this instances. Okay, and now you can see there are a lot of options we are getting. So we need instance names. Here you will find out how to pass the instance name. Availability zone is like what is the reason. Alright, so instance name, I'll just like test instance. I'll do like availability zone. I'll make it AP South. We need bundle ID and blueprint ID as well. Bundle ID, blueprint ID. Okay, so this is like a bundle ID. Okay, example, and we will do bundle ID, and we are not getting completion. Obviously we will not. So bundle ID is like, I'll paste this micro thing. I believe we can see if we click on create instance, and here you see all this bundles. So it is like, where do we get the bundle ID? So there must be some command for listing the bundle IDs. So as I told you, we have this get bundles. Okay, so I'll just cancel this AWS get Lightsail get bundles. Okay, and you will see we have all this information, so we can put this command in the list as well. So let's put it. This is like get instance and Lightsail bundles. A bundle describes the specification of an instance such as monthly cost, amount, memory, number of CPUs. So we can put this as well, and we say same thing, AWS Lightsail list bundles. Okay, so this is the same thing. You see like there is this smallest price is $3.5, and this is nano 2, and this is like micro 20. Okay, so we got this information, and we will say bundle ID in which was this cheapest. Okay, so this is nano 20. Okay, it's pasted here, and now what we will do is we will also be specifying what this thing blueprint ID. So app, WordPress, and all this stuff. So now we will see like how do we get blueprints. Okay, I'll just do this AWS Lightsail get blueprints. Okay, and here it will do the same thing again. So as you can see, we have this Windows server and all this stuff. So I'll just go with It's a lot of stuff in here. So where is our node.js? So this is the node.js instance. So blueprint id is node.js. Okay, so we will just specify this thing as well. List blueprints. Okay, and there we go. These are the two things which you will need in here. So now we can create the instance. So our bundle id was nano to this thing, and dash dash blueprint id node.js. Okay, so let's see if it creates with this thing. An error agar is invalid, it must be ap south. I need to do 1a. Okay, so this is like create instance and status is started. Alright, so to get the status if it is finished, and if I'll refresh in here, I go in home, you can see it is being created, right? And here we have 512 MB of RAM, 1 vCPU and 20 GB of SSD. So to see the state, so status, so I think we have AWS Lightsail and get status, maybe no, get instance state. Okay, get instance state, and we will have to pass the instance id. So or like, can we pass instance name? Okay, so the name was test instance. So now you see it is running. Cool. So and here it's updated as well. Let's try to see what else we can do. AWS Lightsail stop instance. Yeah, stop instance, and the instance name will be same thing. This is, I believe, so it will be stopped, I believe. So get instance state, now it says stopping. So how cool it is. So I have taught you the basic of like using this CLI as well, so you can use this thing anywhere you want, and you can apply the same principles anywhere else, whether it's EC2 or let's see, now we have get list blueprint. So and how many commands we have, like 1 2 3. So now we will write the create instance command which we did here. So I'll just copy this, I'll say create an instance, and I'll do this, and I'll paste this thing. So here the blueprint id will be like, it can be anything, but in my case I'll just do this, and here I'll like replace it with the name. So you can put multiple names, that's great. So but I'll just do name here, and bundle id is variable as well in here. So I'll do this, and so this is all we had to do, and zone is something like this. So this is it. So create an instance, and yeah, so now we can list other commands as well. So get instance state, get instance state, and I'll just do this again, and I'll do this, and I'll put the name in here again. So get instance state. So 1 2 3 4 5, we are done, like we are at 5 commands, but we can also do like start stop as well. So let's see, like stop instance and start instance, it will be easy. So there we I missed this thing, we need this colon start instance, instance name will be name, and I'll just copy this thing. I think, can we terminate instance as well? AWS Lightsail terminate. delete. Okay, we have delete instance as well, so let's do that. Okay, so again is terminal and operation type and status is succeed. I will make it a stop instance, and I'll make another copy of this and I'll do terminate instance. So this is all, like all you need to do is save this thing, no problem. So you don't have to worry about anything. So we created a new markdown file, we added some commands, and we can preview this in here. So AWS Lightsail and all this, like terminate instance. I had to edit this. Delete instance. Okay, pretty simple. So this is all you need. So user will able to guess like stop, start, and like all that stuff. And if you go in preview and if it looks all good, so simply what you do is now you go in this git thing and you commit this. But how will you commit? So if you go in here, there will be submitting a pull request. How do you commit? So command and type of change. So here you can see this example. So we added like AWS Lightsail, and like we will do like add page. Okay, so we will do AWS Lightsail and we will do add page. Okay, and I'll check this mark, or you can press Control Enter. So we have committed this thing. So if I go to repository and I'll open one pop-up. So here I see this thing. You can manually like feed AWS Lightsail, compare and pull request. So AWS Lightsail add page, and they will be like the pages are in the correct. So they will ask you some stuff. So you can do this. Just fill them with access. So make sure you read all these things before submitting. So version of the command being documented if known. So I'll put the version which will be like you just do AWS dash version, and you see we get this 2.8.2. okay, and we paste it here. You go in preview and yeah, perfect. So allow edits by maintainer, and also you might be prompted to sign a CLA, which is like an agreement where you cannot claim, hey, I have made this work, so like you can't do this. So they can't do anything with that. All right, so now I'll press this create pull request, and the pull request has been opened, and I added this AWS Lightsail add page, and yeah, that's it. And I can mention the issue which we had like in the issues tab. So issues, let's document AWS. Here it is already pinned, guys. Why was I not able to see? Okay, so this is the issue ID, and what I can do is like I can 5653, I'll just copy this. Okay, so there we go. So if I go in preview, it will show me. Okay, and I'll comment this thing, and merging is blocked. Why? Because you can see I have signed the CLS failing. Why did it fail? Let's look up. I'll go here, and if you have like in most cases they will have a CI pipeline which you will be working on. So I'll go in my fork and I'll go in this here AWS Lightsail, and what will I do is I'll try to edit this thing. Where was it? And in common you can edit here as well instead of using the VS code, but we had truncated this directory. So AWS Lightsail. Here we go. And as you can see, there is something going on in here, but what it is we don't know. So let's edit, see if I can find anything. Shit. So like line 13, there were 2 lines, and at the bottom I added line as well. So line 14 and line 1, what's wrong in line 1? I think this is good enough, it should work. So let's see, like AWS Lightsail, and I'll do like fix new lines, and I'll do commit directly. And if I go back to pull request, I go back here and I refresh this thing. So you see there are 2 commits now, and so they have also like please fix this error and push again. So our pipeline is running again. So you click on detail, it will show. Okay, so this passed. So let's go back and see if everything is checked, right? Give it a refresh maybe. Alright, all checks have passed, merging is blocked, review required, at least 2 approving. So now I am just waiting for 2 members to approve this change and I'll be done. So I'll get an email from Hacktoberfest, like whoever are organizing it. And yeah, that's it. You can see the file change. I hope you learned a lot of stuff in here. So I just wanted to show you that this has been merged, and I can see this in this pull merge request section of my profile page. If it doesn't show, just give it a refresh and wait for 10-15 minutes and it will show up. Right now it's fetching, and again it is fetching. So here you see like there are none participating as well, and here is this AWS Lightsail ad page. This is the same thing in here, and some changes were requested from this guy named Alex. So what I did was just like accepted his suggestions and add the commit. So like all these, there were some changes, like I had this multiple thing, so it can be just in manage Amazon Lightsail resources using the CLI. Okay, so that's pretty much it. And like there were like some conversation, and here it was forcefully merged because there was some issue with the CLA bot. And yeah, that's it. So I just need to send 2 more pull requests. You can keep sending more if you are not hungry for swags. So yeah, that's it. You did make sure to share this video, like, share and subscribe, because you will learn a lot of stuff, lot of things. Okay, whatever. Bye bye, take care.